You ever scrolled through social media late at night and suddenly felt small? You see someone buying a new car, someone else traveling the world, another celebrating success, and in that quiet moment, you whisper to yourself, "Why not me? Why am I never enough?" And in that quiet moment, you whisper to yourself, "Why not me? Why am I never enough?" This is the silent battle so many of us fight every single day. In a small village, there lived a boy named David. He worked hard. He was kind. But deep inside, he was never happy. When his classmate John scored the highest marks, David thought, "If only I were that smart." When his neighbor Mark bought new clothes and talked about money, David sighed. "Why can't I be rich like him?" At night, David couldn't sleep. His mind kept replaying the same thought. "I'll never measure up." One day, an old man named Grandpa Thomas visited the village. Known for his wisdom, people always gathered around him. David, carrying the weight of his comparisons, walked up to him. "Grandpa," he said with a heavy voice, "I work hard, but every time I see someone better than me, I feel miserable. It's like, I'll never be enough." Grandpa Thomas placed a hand on his shoulder. "Come tomorrow morning to the oldest tree in the village. You'll find your answer there." The next morning, David arrived. Grandpa Thomas pointed to the forest around them. "Tell me, David, what do you see?" David looked carefully. Trees? Tall, short, some with fruit, some with none. Grandpa smiled. "Imagine if the apple tree cried, 'Why am I not tall like the oak?' Or if the oak complained, 'Why don't I have sweet fruit like the apple?' Wouldn't that sound foolish?" David chuckled. "Yes, Grandpa, that would be silly." "Exactly," said Grandpa. "Life is the same. Every tree has its own gift. The apple tree feeds. The oak stands strong. Neither is better, just different. And so are you." Then Grandpa led him to a pond. Fish swam in the water, while a bird soared above them. What if the fish wished to fly? Or the bird wished to swim? Would that make sense? David shook his head. "Of course not. Fish are meant to swim. Birds are meant to fly." Grandpa looked into his eyes. "Then why, my boy, do you waste your life wishing to be someone else? You too have gifts. You too have a path. Stop comparing and start living." Something shifted inside David that day. For the first time, he realized his worth was never meant to be measured against anyone else. He began to focus on his own strengths. Slowly, his confidence returned. His life became brighter. Years later, David built his own business, and whenever people asked, "How did you succeed?" he smiled and said, "A fish that tries to fly will always feel like a failure, but the moment it swims, it rules the ocean. Accept who you are, because that's where your power lives." Want more life-changing stories? Subscribe today and be part of the journey.